Hello, America. This is Sean Bianca, GOP Girl of GOP Girl Blog. Stop white genocide in South Africa. Yes, white genocide is taking place at present in South Africa, and mainstream media is turning a blind eye. And the South African government is turning a blind eye as well. In fact, the South African government almost promotes the killing of whites. Right now, every 56 hours, a South African white farmer is being killed. And how are they being killed? Some are mutilated. Some are stabbed up to 151 times. They are beaten. Some are burned alive. Others I've read stories of one couple having boiling hot water poured down their throats. One man was tortured for 2 days, and the hospital, upon his arrival, said it was the worst, most horrific murder they had ever seen. He had bleach poured down his throat. There have been men that have been killed in front of their wives and children. Women that have been raped in front of their wives and children, in front of their husbands and children. Children have been boiled alive. Babies have been placed in microwaves and cooked. Women have had shotguns placed up their vaginas, and then the shotguns are shot, and the husbands are made to watch. This is happening right now in South Africa, and mainstream media is not reporting on it. And if they have, they've reported very little. Why? Because apparently white lives don't matter to mainstream media. We must stop white genocide in South Africa. This past Monday was known as Black Monday. It was known as Black Monday as there was a protest with thousands of trucks stopping traffic for miles, heading down from highways, heading out of Cape Town, Pretoria, and Johannesburg. Right now, according to AfriForum, the lobby group that promotes the rights of white South Africans, they have said this year alone, 70 white farmers have been murdered in 341 attacks on farms. South African white farmers suffer the highest murder rate in the world. Since the black takeover in 1994, farm massacres have steadily been climbing at a rate to 1 every other day. Unlike Zimbabwe, the government of South Africa has not officially announced the promoting of supporting the farm massacres. But they don't have to, because they turn a blind eye. In fact, those who kill white farmers are barely even punished. They seem to have a policy of looking the other way and doing next to nothing about it. In essence, the South African government has a policy, it seems to encourage black violence. And they won't say that it's blacks that are committing the violence against whites. No, we wouldn't want to admit that there's racial tension, and we wouldn't want to admit that it's racial tension from blacks against whites. At the same time, Johannesburg has a murder rate of about 500 per month. Many of the victims are white. But that's not mentioned here in the United States. No, because it's racially motivated. And it's racially motivated against whites. South Africa is currently the rape capital of the world. Every 23 seconds, a woman is raped. An adult woman is raped, the majority of them white. And every 30 minutes, a child is raped. Due to the fact that the black folk seem to think if they rape a virgin, they will be cured of AIDS and HIV. Well, I have news for them. No, they won't. Which brings me to a horrific murder that took place. A 27-year-old Polish woman watched her husband on her honeymoon in South Africa be brutally murdered by 3 black men. After he was murdered, she was taken to a secluded area and raped, gang raped. They tried to drown her, but they failed. She survived, and 2 of her assailants had HIV. And the hospital in South Africa failed to give her the drug that might prevent her from getting AIDS or HIV. Luckily for her, the Polish embassy had the drug and administered it to her. She went back to Poland saying she would never return to South Africa, not even to testify against the 3 men. And it was probably smart because it appears the South African government wouldn't have done anything. Why is this happening? This is happening because it's a question of land redistribution. Because in 1913, in accordance to the Natives Act, 87% of the land was awarded, of the agricultural land was awarded to the Europeans, to the descendants of Europeans. Modern discontent among Black South Africans has caused this murder rate to take place because they want the redistribution of wealth. They want the farmland. They want it back. And because of a leader, Julius Malema, he is calling for the killing of all whites and the redistribution of all agricultural land. And with the help of the president of South Africa, supporting this man, Julius Malema, who was the founder of the Economic Freedom Fighters Party, he may become the next president of South Africa. And we should all say a prayer for white South Africans if he does. America, this cannot continue to take place. The massacre of whites is taking place at present, and no one is doing anything about it. And I am asking President Trump to call for sanctions on South Africa and to award amnesty to any white South African that chooses to come to America. If we can allow unvetted Muslims into this country who want to kill non-Muslims, I think we can allow white South Africans that are fleeing, being killed in brutal, horrific ways. White South Africans would add to the United States of America. How do I know this to be true? Because as a child, most of my tennis coaches were South African. Most of my tennis coaches were South African, and one of my favorite players growing up that I used to watch at the US Open was Johan Kriek, a South African. The South Africans are good, honest, decent, hard-working people. They're people that America would be proud to have as American citizens. America, please share this video, because this is a story of prominence that needs to be told. White lives do matter. All lives matter. But I think the world needs to be reminded that white lives matter. Stop white genocide in South Africa. Stop it now. And read my latest blog, gopgirlblog.blogspot.com. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.